Hey.
Hey, I knew what I was doing. I had switched off my Wi-Fi earlier, so I was like, why is that not connecting? I could see you going, you're like, you have to be following me. I was like, no, I follow you. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good, really good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I felt bad. You were like trying to hold the fort. I was like, I'm letting my partner down. We're screwing it up. The buddy movie. The buddy movie is struggling right now.
Oh no, it's yeah, right. No, it is weird though because I was waiting for you to join, and there were like our followers were like requesting to join with me, and I'm like, as much as I would love to live chat with all of you,
Right.
I can't because I'm waiting for him, and so I did feel like I was talking to myself, but that's okay.
Well, I'll try and be a good substitute for them.
Thank you, much appreciated. So where exactly are you right now? I would assume at home, but like where's home at?
Home is Los Angeles, California. Studio City. I live in the valley.
Okay.
I live in the dark valley, and it's not that dark at all, actually. It's beautiful sunlight. And, I'm at home a lot, like everyone. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I did go to sushi one time, and I was like sitting there, I was eating sushi, and I was thinking, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Am I going to get it now? And like, how do you get COVID? It's not very exciting, is it? I had sushi, and then, it's not like, I went to a wild party, stayed up for 4 nights, and whatever happens, and then you get corona, At least you get something, but just like a couple of bits of, tomato doesn't really cut it. But anyway, it was nice. It was good Japanese.
Good. I'm glad the sushi was good. I love sushi, and so everything was shut down, and I was like craving it. And then I found a place that was doing takeout. So we didn't actually sit in the restaurant. We just got the takeout, and it's not the same when you take out sushi.
You know why? Because the temperature gets all messed up.
Yeah.
You can't mess with the temperature. You got to come from a kitchen to a table or sushi bar.
Yeah.
Ooh, warm sushi. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, and it's really humid here in Michigan. I don't know the humidity out there in California, but it is so humid here that as soon as you walk outside, it's like, well, the fish is ruined, but it's okay. It worked. It sufficed. So you guys' your new album, Bush's new album, The Kingdom, coming out next Friday. So that's super exciting. Which it had been postponed. It was supposed to come out a month or so ago, if I'm not mistaken, or was it always set for July?
I don't know. Isn't it annoying when drifters you get drifters? I can't stand drifters. Pet peeve. Like me knowing the release date. It's May. It's May, and someone else. No, it's July. Oh, July. Oh. It's just I've never driven that boat.
Gotcha.
I don't know about it,
Right. Well, either way, it's coming out.
So soon.
Yes, soon. A week.
Minutes away.
Yes, and then on Saturday, you guys are doing this virtual concert, but it's actually going to be a little bit different than some of these other things that people are doing. Like, this is like a whole full performance with production, and so which is really cool, and I think the fans are really going to love that. So how were you involved in setting that up?
That on the creative front, very much with the guy designing it and talking to the people in production. Yeah, of course, that stuff I involved with, but it's very ambitious, and I just hope that we pull it off. We don't, I think it's pretty futuristic and pretty fun, and we shall see. It's cool. It's like living on the edge,
Yeah. So you guys are going to be in an actual arena in Los Angeles, if I'm understanding.
Well, it's more like a TV studio. It's almost like doing a music installation, basically. That's what it is. We are doing a music installation with 15 songs. That's what it is.
That's awesome, though. Like, that's
theatrical and just a whole different thing as like the best stopgap we could come up with, I don't mind playing people in their cars at some point, if that's what it came down to.
Right.
But it'd be nice to just do this, have people get to know the record, and just come out and tour proper,
Well, yeah, and I think that we've talked to a ton of bands through this Instagram live thing, which has been really cool, but that's kind of been the general consensus from all the bands is that, we have new music coming out, but this isn't really how it works. Like, you release an album, you do a tour cycle, you engage with the fans on, like, a real level, So what you're doing is great, but I can imagine that you're looking forward to getting back on the road and playing songs live.
Yeah, but I think that will happen anyway. And so, to be quite honest, it's like there's something intriguing about all new terrains. Even if you don't like them, there's something like we would never be doing something like this if we hadn't been in this time. So right. It's like necessity being the mother of invention, and so we're going to create something as opposed to just like, oh, we're going to open the King's tour off tonight in Madison, Wisconsin, and right. And then we're going to play everywhere. It's a bit like we've definitely heard that before. Right. So I think we're going to be doing that tour anyway. So I'm excited to be, to do this show.
Yeah, it should be really cool, and the fans that are already commenting are really excited to watch it, and plus it gives everybody else something to do, because that's one of the other things that's going on right now. Like you said, like you would have never been doing this otherwise, and what's crazy about right now is everyone is on the same field right now. Like you're sitting at home just like everybody else. It's not like anyone is doing something different. You don't get to go and eat your sushi and do what you want to do, just like we don't. So it's awesome for you guys to give fans the opportunity to A, talk to us right now, and B, know that, we really are in this together. You are sitting at home just like we are.
Yeah, I like the cold beer. The cold Sapporo on the sake is my favorite beer.
The what was that?
The cold Sapporo, the cold beer and the sake is probably my favorite bit of Japanese food.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Of course. That's the best part. And when you're drinking it at home, you don't have to worry about driving, so you're all good right there. So the live stream that you guys are doing is also supporting the When We All Vote organization, and you guys are matching donations for that. So I feel like you're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I do. I put two and two together in my brain about something I said before, but go on, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so tell us like your guys' involvement with the When We All Vote organization, and how that partnership came about.
Just about this need for change, and looking for ways to help different facets of change and everything that we need to do, and voting is something that a lot of young people don't seem to think about so much, because they don't feel like their voice counts, when in fact, absolutely is the opposite of that. Every voice counts, and if everybody feels passionate enough about change, that's a constructive, logical way of helping, and so that's what's beautiful about it.
Right. Yeah, that's great, and that's such especially during an election year, political views aside, like you said, voting is so important. It's a part of our government. It's a part of our democracy and everything else. So, So like I said, all the donations, you guys are matching them. So for all of the people that are listening right now, tune in. We're going to get all the info posted up on our website at WRIF.com. So you guys can check that out as well. But, so the first single off the new album, The Kingdom, was part of the John Wick 3 movie. Mm-hmm. And so I have to know, like, what are your thoughts of Keanu Reeves and John Wick? Like, he's a total badass, right?
He's awesome. We love him.
Have you had a chance to actually, like, meet and work with him? Or did they approach you and just say, hey, we want to use the song?
Well, I worked with him on Constantine. I shot a movie with him, Constantine. So I was in Constantine with him.
Oh, yeah, that's
and the guy that directed us in our fight scenes was Chad Stahelski. Chad then went on to do the John Wick movies, to shoot them, and he's the director. And so when he heard my song through Tyler Bates, he couldn't believe how well it just fit with his movie. So yeah. It's beautiful to be back in business with those boys, and it was a fun way to kick off the record, and that wasn't even the single that they wanted for John Wick. That's the single, and that's got race wars, Star Wars, planet wars, mind wars in it. That's like all about what's going on right now. And with the Kingdom, is this sort of call for everyone. This sort of peaceful uprising that we have, this connected time where people want a better world. And people are changing the world. And 2020 has been like the worst year ever, and it's up to us to make it, to resolve the year in a way where we know where the hell we're going with COVID, and we see a law and just society, increasing law and order in civilized ways, and long overdue, but we're doing our best, right?
Right. Yeah, which is, like I said, relatable for all the people that are out there. So other than Constantine, the acting thing, which is fun. Like, which do you prefer? Like, obviously, you're Gavin Rossdale. Like, you are the Gavin Rossdale, and we know that you love being up on stage and doing the music thing. But I would imagine that acting and being part of movies is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I love being in movies. I've done, I don't know, 6 or 7 movies now. I just shot one before the lockdown, weird enough, just before it all began, and we shot it. It's called Habit, and there's a lot of fuss about it because Paris Jackson is playing Jesus.
Okay.
And so it's like, I think there's over 300,000 people are outraged, and to me, a petition is, it's just bringing good light to the movie. Like, I'm like, have at it, you're wonderful. Talk about terrible movie. What was it again? Habit. Oh yeah, terrible. And so I'm just part of that scene and that movie, and I'm really proud to be a small part of a great film. Bella Thorne's in it.
Yeah. And
Janelle Shercliffe, she directed it, so it's fun, and it's so controversial already,
Yeah. Like, people are talking about it, so that's pretty exciting.
They're protesting about it. Yeah, they're signing. I don't know what they expected, given the signatures to who. Sorry, it's not like this is not Nazi Germany. You can't just shut things down. It's not North Korea.
Right. Well, and actually, there's a show on Netflix right now called Hollywood. It's like a mini series. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's set back in the World War II era, and it's based off of a film studio in Los Angeles, and they're pushing the limits with who they're casting, different races, different genders, lead roles, and that's kind of the basis of it, is all these people that are protesting the movie, and it protested so much that they got so much publicity that it was the #1 movie, and it's really an interesting watch, and I enjoyed it. So for anyone's out there, I don't know if you've heard of it, but about me, yeah. Anyways,
thank you. It's good to get tips, right?
I'm sorry.
It's good to get tips to see. It's cool.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. So, like, while we've been let down, like, your album was done. So, like, what have you been doing? Just hanging out at home? Like, are you working on new music, even though your new album isn't even out yet? Like,
no, I mean, I'm always working on music. Working on playing and stuff, and just doing regular things. But I'm a really active person, so I don't sit down much during the day. I'm always give myself projects, things to do. There's always stuff going on with the record. I could always go take the dog out for a little spin. If I have my kids here, they always want something, and so there's always stuff going on. Always. Right.
And looking forward to like the rest of the year, because typically, you guys would have been on tour. Mm-hmm. The album's going to come out. Are you guys thinking about doing music videos? Because what are you going to do now? Like, once the album gets released, then what's the plan?
Well, it's weird you say that, because we're having a hard time about the video, because the video for The Kingdom, it's about people. So it's like our version of People Have the Power. So it's like, you got to have people in it. So right. We're a bit screwed. So we were talking last night, I was talking to the director, and I might do a short movie about the postponement of the video.
That would be cool. I think that...
just like an interim, a little sort of a statement, like a PSA.
Yeah, for sure. So do you think that, and however long it takes, and it looks like we're not going to have concerts until, 2021, at that point, say the first show isn't going to be until like April or May of 2021, right? So your album at that point's been out for like a year, but you've not played it live. Like, what are your thoughts on like that whole not being able to tour for almost a year after the album was released?
I don't even spend any time thinking about it. I just think that if you're not sick and you got sandwiches to eat, you just got to roll with it. There's people that have so many people have died, and so it's not. I don't see anything that we're doing in releasing a record as a hardship, or not being on tour as a hardship.
Right.
It's nothing compared to what people are going through. So I just think it's the right time to be patient and just try and be a good citizen and just be part of the system that finds the vaccine, but also doesn't let it go crazy and spread. Like I didn't go to many parties on July the 4th. I didn't, stop myself going around a bunch of people. I was just like, it's like I said, like sushi. Like I was just like, is it worth it? I'll see them. I'll have a beer with them in like a couple of months. I'll be good. It's all right. I'm all good.
Right. Have you seen anybody, or have you really just been like locked down at your house?
No, there's a few people I've seen, and generally, it's like a circle of people that have all been tested and don't lead. So you sort of have that contact trace mentality of someone who I know friends of mine have been hanging out, like had loads of like dinners at their house. He asked me to go there. I'm like, I'm all good. No, I'm all good, thanks. Because that's just too much. Because like sitting with one person and they've been exposed to two people that day. The diagram, you're around one person, suddenly you're around 50 people.
Yep.
The spread. So it's kind of terrifying. Not terrifying, but just frustrating, because
it is though.
You feel like you just feel like you're a bit of fun suffers, because there's nowhere I would like to have gone to. A few of the dinners that I was invited to, they were pretty fun, but it's just like I don't know.
Well, yeah, because like you said before about the sushi, like, is it worth it? And with 4th of July and all the people that have been partying, like I've got 2 friends that I've seen, relatively, on a regular basis, but it's just been us, and we haven't gone anywhere else. And for 4th of July, we were like, yeah, all right, it'll be the 3 of us. We'll just like low key chill and hang out. And then this other group of friends, they were like, well, we all went to the bar. Like, we want to come party with you on 4th of July. And it was like, yeah, you're not invited. Sorry. But no, you don't get to come. Like, you went to the bar, and that bar had an outbreak. So no, like, sorry. Go do something else. And it sucks, but it's, like you said, it's not worth it. So, it's we have to do this together and have a solution together. And I think that's the main point here.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyway, so what are your plans for the rest of the day? You're out in LA, so it's only like 1 PM.
I have to just rehearse up some songs. I try and do this Saturday 10 on my Instagram story, where I answer 10 questions people send in, and then maybe do a couple of songs. So I need to think about that. If I'm going to play something, I got to be prepared for next week, because there's like 5 or 8 songs we've never played. So that kind of stuff. So I just want to there's no harm in being prepared, So I'll just stay low key, get prepared for all that, and that's it.
Awesome. Well, I know the fans are super excited for the new album. Super excited for this live stream. Have you guys been able to hang out together? Are you like rehearsing in this TV studio together?
No, yeah, we are rehearsing in the big TV studio, and people wearing masks and all that stuff. So it's going to be wild. I wonder if I could sing through a mask. It's weird.
I was just going to ask you, like, are you going to be wearing a mask on this thing, or?
Well, no, because once I'm in my circle opposite the band, I'm not going to be 6 foot from anyone.
Right.
So, I think I should be sick, if I'm dealing with people, because then there's all the techs. So the technicians, there's the guitar tech, bass tech, drum tech, keyboard tech. Well, we don't have a keyboard player, but I mean, Pro Tools tech. I was like,
wait, is there a
saxophone tech? We've got the camel tech.
Is somebody going to play the triangle? Is the triangle tech?
No, there was no room. Corona bar, all triangle players are the, hop it.
Yeah,
the Chick-fil-A getting a sandwich and a John.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Super excited. Like I said, the Kingdom due out July 17th, next Friday, and this live stream is going on Saturday, which is going to be really cool. And so it's free for everybody to watch. It's not like a ticketed thing. We're going to share the link on our website, but thanks for doing that as well, because I think that's really what people need, and that's really awesome of you guys. So appreciate it. Good luck with everything. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you soon in Michigan. We hope to as soon as possible.
For sure.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.